everybody, welcome to the return trip if you've been here before. If not, welcome to your first introduction to my channel. Today I'm doing some more crafts. I did a DIY actually previously yesterday because it was cold out. And unfortunately today it is still under a frostbite warning if you're out for more than 30 minutes. So unfortunately that means I'm going to be inside again. I really wish I could be out in the garage working, but a heat issue, as I've discussed in previous videos, is that I don't have a trade-off between heat and suffocation out in my garage. Because if I'm trying to heat it, I have to have the door open. If I have the door open, then the cold's coming in, and I'm essentially losing all the heat. But keeping the door open means not suffocating. So it's a bit of a difficult situation, so I'm in here again today. Yesterday's video I did a hot glue gun butterfly, because everyone knows that DIY channels seem to absolutely love hot glue. I decided to take another crack at this thing. The butterflies turned out okay. They weren't the most gorgeous thing ever, but they turned out alright for what I was aiming for, and there was some difficulties with the parchment paper, wax paper. Kind of the same thing, I think. I'm not quite sure anymore. Either way, I'm gonna give this another shot, but today I'm gonna attempt to make a flower with it, with individual petals, which might be a little more work. We're just gonna see how this works out today though. So if you ever wanted to make a hot glue flower, then you've come to the right place. So let's just get on with this then. Here's the butterflies from yesterday, by the way, in case you wanted to see what it was that I made. This one's a little more sturdy than this one. I don't know why that happened. Either way, moving on. Let's get to it. Just like the video from last time, we're gonna start with the sketch first. If you've been here before, then you know the drill with DIY. But I usually draw it out first. Sometimes I will Sharpie it out so you can see it better. After the last time I found out that I couldn't see the lines that I was drawing for you, so it was somewhat pointless for me to even draw it out and talk about drawing it out when you couldn't see it. So I'll probably be drawing it and then outlining it so you can see it. I won't make you sit through the entire process of me gluing it again. I mean, you can watch it, but I'm not going to go step by step slowly. But you'll be able to watch the process there. So we're just going to start with the main stuff here. Oh, look at that one. Look what just happened there. Okay. Also, while you're watching this, if you would like to stay up to date on my art, whether it's metal or not, I do have an Instagram at SimpleBirdWelding. It's a variety of both my personal stuff, my art stuff. It's kind of where to stay updated the best on what I'm doing, what the plans are, what's coming out when. So if you want to stay up to date on any of that, go ahead and go follow that. I'll leave a link in the description below. I also plan on doing some giveaways in the future here. I have quite a few art pieces and I am willing to do giveaway for it. And yeah, come follow me there, and it'll be a good time. I believe. too many leaves. I might only be able to fit 4 on here. That is my bad. See, I probably could have layered them around in order to fit all 5, but this is just going to be a 4 leaf one. You can put 5 leaves on it. Just make sure to put a layer on beforehand, which I should have done, but I got a little too confident that it would just work right off the bat. I'm just hashed it out of the place I put it on. Alright, so we got a flower going. Kinda doesn't look the greatest just yet, so let's put the other pieces on that we've made here. If we're gonna end up with an extra again, since I only put 4 leaves on here. Let's just pick the ones I like the best here and then stick those on. Like I said, hot glue is not known for its structural integrity, which is why I get really confused when I do see videos of other people using hot glue for things like shoes. Because everyone knows that is not going to stay real. That's not going to hold by any means. It's not a long-term fix at all. Unless you barely move your feet. Unless you just kind of shuffle along. Even then, I imagine them still snapping. Unless you're just going to wear them and never move at all. I guess that's the other option. Note to anyone who's going to make something like this, probably glue then paint. You can make it work when you paint first. I forgot about that. That's another one of those flaws of hot glue is you can paint first, but the problem is that glue doesn't always sit the greatest with the paint. You can get it to, hold just fine in the end, but it does take a bit more patience and glue. Because the consistency of the paint against the glue doesn't bond well. So I would advise gluing beforehand and then painting, as long as you think you can handle painting, I suppose, after you've glued it, because it is a bit more difficult to reach places. The back of this just looks fantastic, doesn't it? It just looks like a masterpiece back here. Oh, that's a little toasty. Just gonna glue myself to my project. Probably could have super glued it all too if I wanted. I don't know how super glue holds to hot glue. Maybe it holds pretty fine. If it does, that might make my life easier. Oh dear, I'm stuck to it. Well, that was something. I'm not sure how I like this one as much. I mean, I think the butterflies definitely turned out better than this. It's awful, personally. I think it turned out awful. Because the leaves aren't the same size. Some of them have holes and some of them don't. And all these little guys back here aren't exactly sitting the way that they should be. So, overall, I would say that I guess if you're looking to kill some time and get attached to your art projects, so yeah, overall, if you're looking to get attached to your art projects and make something that I guess kills some time, then feel free to make one of these. They're not the most amazing amount of fun you could have, though, unfortunately. The other thing is that drawing on the parchment paper and then tracing it with Sharpie does mean that you're picking up the Sharpie lines as well, if you can see those. So you can just draw it with pencil as long as you can see it. I outline it with Sharpie so that way you guys can see it, but it's not necessary. So if you just want to kill some time and make something that I guess you could throw around or something, or maybe you could find a better way to use it than when I've made it here. I guess if you close it up it looks a little cooler, but try to make all the leaves the same size and make sure to glue it before painting it. Oh, it's just gonna fall apart. Yeah, definitely glue it before painting it. Thank you for joining me on another adventure of hot glue DIY crafts. Subscribe if you enjoyed. If you didn't, then let me know why you didn't enjoy. I'm always up for advice and criticism, not gonna get hurt. Thanks again.